Test, 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 test. Should be fine. Hello, second channel. Did I even remember? Okay, I did upload my Tetris thing. Alright, let's unprivate this and let's get going. Quite a bad day actually, but we're streaming, so that's good. Alright, there we go. Test. If you can hear the rain, just enjoy it, because I like rain, and it's really hot in England for October for some reason. So you will have to get used to it. Alright, let's just share the stream around. And then I'll get talking, responding to some comments, of course. But yeah, I've been feeling really shitty since yesterday morning. I had a really bad migraine for seemingly no reason. Sorry, just someone tweeted me something. What's this? Right, sorry. Yeah, I've just been playing the Assassin's Creed Valhalla Discovery mode, or Discovery Tour mode. But reading about it streaming. Yeah, I've just been playing that. So basically, what it is, it's like a free add-on for Assassin's Creed Valhalla, but it's basically just like a history thing. But the new one's pretty cool in that it's basically just like really structured quests now, but still like teaching history, like voice acted and everything. So pretty like a lot of effort gone into it for sure. I'm a bit of a Ubisoft simp, to be honest. All I literally like, I've been playing that, and then I might play some Far Cry later. But yeah, generally been just feeling like crap last couple of days. Although it hasn't really stopped me from doing stuff I want to do. Like today, the only thing I didn't do was exercise, which I normally do on a Tuesday. You know, went football last night, came home, recorded the video, edited the video, uploaded and all that stuff, even though it felt like fucking awful. Migraines are not fun. I wish everyone could get one once, and then they could, and never get it again, obviously, because I don't want people to have them. And then they could really understand, because whenever I talk about it, I feel like everyone thinks I'm being a big baby about having a headache, and it's really so different. It's like a neurological attack, basically. Like all the symptoms I have isn't just a headache, it's so much other weird shit. I know a couple of you probably listening also get them. It is very common, especially in women. But yeah, not fun. But yeah, I don't know if it's just really hot in the UK. I know it's like 18 degrees right now, which doesn't sound hot, but like for this time of year, because I'm fucking I've been roasting all day. I think I'm I'm trying to listen to some music while I stream, and it keeps stopping. But yeah, thanks to the people who've been tuning into the gaming streams. They've been quite fun. I actually had a migraine after that stream. Maybe it was the Tetris flashing lights. Although I did talk about it on stream. I was like, those flashing lights from Tetris 99. Not fun. So let's go get the chat open. Switch it to live chat. Hey people, hey Katie, hey Blake, hey Nathan, Tyrell, One Produced. Muffins or bagels? I mean, are we talking about like muffins like the savoury one? I prefer like the chocolate muffins and like the sugary ones, but if it's savoury, I'd go for muffins anyway. I miss gaming. Priorities have made it too expensive to afford a gaming PC, and everyone knows that's the only thing you play games on. To be honest, if you want a game like that cheap Xbox Series X, what's it like, $250 with Games Pass, might be worth a go. Hey Kennedy, thanks for joining. They are horrible. Yes, I agree. Aneurysm. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Savoury muffin is like it's like what they'll serve McDonald's breakfast in or something. What do the Americans call that? Like I've never had McDonald's breakfast, like a proper one, but what's it called? Mac something. What's the breakfast thing at McDonald's called? Like the patties, the sausage patties with eggs. What's that called? Mac something. Fucking, I don't even know. Mac Muffin. Mac Muffin? Is that what it's called? Okay, I need to check this. What the fuck is McDonald's breakfast called in the UK? Yeah, McMuffin, that's what it's called. McDonald's sausage and egg McMuffin. There we go. McMuffin, there we go. Biscuits. But aren't biscuits, like, way harder? Muffins are quite soft. I don't think they're the same. Buttermilk biscuits. I don't think they are the same. English muffin. Yeah, English muffin. There you go. That's probably what it's called. What's a McGriddle? It sounds dirt. Biscuits are soft in the UK, in the US. Yeah, I know in the UK we call biscuits like the sweet cookie things. Not all of them though, but like Oreos aren't called biscuits. But it's a muffin, isn't it? They call it McMuffin, but it is a muffin. But yeah, I wasn't actually going to stream today. I was just feeling like total crap, and I was like, "Come on, you just got to get on stream for like an hour and a half. It's not the end of the world. You could still have you could still have a real job, and then you'd have to go into work anyway." So don't mention Jaffa cakes. Yeah, English muffin and tea biscuits are different things. Yeah, for sure. And what were people saying about Chappelle? Yeah, I'll wait a bit longer, just a couple more minutes, and then because I don't want people to just jump in the chat saying the same shit I'm responding to in the comments. But basically, yeah, when I made this video, to be honest, I don't see it as a big deal. Like when people are saying, "Oh, like big of you to do this," like be prepared for the backlash. To be honest, I don't know if backlash doesn't affect me when I know I'm right 100%. Like, people have been, and one of the main points people made is like, well, you didn't care when he said awful things about like Jewish people. It's like, that's not okay either. Like I've seen that, I've read that comment as well. To be honest, the thing I find with US comedians like Norm Macdonald, I didn't even know who the fuck that was until like, and I always love to bait Americans into getting angry at me. I'm just like, yeah, no one gives a shit who Bob Ross is or Mr. Rogers or Norm Macdonald. It's only an American thing. Only Americans care about that shit. No one else cares. So stop acting like everyone should know. And I half joking. Every American I've met, it seems to me that they think you should know everything they know. Like, I spoke to my girlfriend about this as well. It's like, when you meet an American person, they'll talk to you like you're an American. Like, they'll tell you where they're from. And of course, America is a fucking massive place. Like, if you say, like, you're from Utah or, like, DC and stuff, but if you tell me, like, some really weird fucking place, which the closest place it's near is somewhere also very obscure, I'm not gonna, like, really know whether... You gotta explain that to me, but it's like, yeah, I'm from, like, this part, like, northwestern, this state, and it's this, that. No, I don't know anything about that place. And I'm one of the British people who knows a lot more about America than most British people. So, that's one thing I notice when I talk to Americans. Like with the UK, like, if someone asks me to talk about where I'm from, like, I'm like, do you know, like, even other people in the UK, I'm like, do you know this thing? Like, which most people should know? Like, do you know this? I live near that. But I'm not like, yeah, do you know, like, this little... Okay, I live in London, so it's just, like, a massive collection of, like, loads of towns. But, like, if I said the town's name, the only reason you might know it is because there's some famous history stuff from this town, like, really famous history stuff. So I'm just like, do you know this king of England? And do you know this place? That's where I live. Or do you like this sport? And here's the stadium. I live kind of near that. With Americans, it's like, oh, here's here's one of the most lesser known states, and here is, like, where I live, this tiny little town you never heard of. People don't know who Mr. Rogers was. I mean, most people outside of America don't know who Mr. Rogers was. I didn't know until I got Twitter who he was. Why would we know who Mr. Rogers is? He just have a popular kids TV show in America. Sesame Street is big in the UK, to be honest. I watched Sesame Street growing up. Americans don't tend to interact with non-Americans, so we're not used to dealing with people from the rest of the world. Yeah, it kind of comes across. Americans treat our favorite comedians like gods. Yeah, it's really, really bizarre. Like, okay, I'm not saying stand-up comedy isn't popular in the UK. It is popular. Like, you do have like a fair amount of stand-up comedians. I wouldn't say like everyone knows them, and that's the thing. Like, would it be fair to say that everyone knows in America who Dave Chappelle is? Like, pretty much like, okay, not every single person, but like most people know who Dave Chappelle is. Is that fair to say? Whereas like, I'm trying to think, like, Michael McIntyre is a pretty popular stand-up comedian in the UK. I wouldn't say everyone knows who he is, really. There's a couple like that, but like, I think with UK comedians or like comedians in terms of like I think stand-up comedy and stand-up comedians aren't as revered, but comedic actors are revered a lot. Like, if I think about like the most popular shows in the UK are often comedies. Like Only Fools and Horses, you know, was a comedy and stuff like that. Comedies are very revered, but not stand-up comedy. You're not gonna get someone saying like, "Oh, I remember that stand-up routine." Like, don't they say that about like Chris Rock and stuff? Like, "Oh, the Chris Rock special or something." Wasn't that a big thing in The Office? And it's like you're not gonna get like, "Oh, this Ricky Gervais is like stand-up. It was amazing, like from 2005 or something." It's like, no, like Ricky Gervais is funny for The Office and like his other shows. Various other comedians are funny for like their work on TV. So then, like, you know, I'm thinking about the things I grew up with. Like In-Betweeners was made and acted in by two guys who were pretty good at comedy. I think they were comedians in Oxbridge. The famous, I think it's Oxford or Cambridge, I forget which one, but there's a famous comedy club in one of them. You have to be very good to get in. But then they just did the TV shows. So yeah, Jimmy Carr. I think Jimmy Carr is well known in the UK. My girlfriend actually saw him the other day in London. Actually, Tuesday. I enjoy your channel so much. Love from Australia. Thanks for coming in the stream and saying that. I really appreciate it. Yeah, Frankie Boyle, but like at the same time, he's just like kind of known as like a funny guy, like for like his tweets a lot of the time as well. The thick of it, yeah, the thick of it is obviously what's his name from Doctor Who? Shit, what's his name? Peter Capaldi. Ramanita saying people do treat comedians like they're excused from societal norms. James Corden, yeah, you can have James Corden. But the thing is, James Corden wasn't a stand-up comedian. I mean, he might have done stand-up as part of his career, but James Corden was legit funny in Gavin and Stacey, which is what he's famous from. Like this, what do you call it? Do you call it sitcom? I don't know. I just call it a general comedy show. So, yeah, James Corden was legit funny, but he's just a cringe fest now. Also, he puts on his accent, his English accent, because he's from a place called Essex in the UK, and Essex has a very like common accent. Like you Americans maybe mistake it for like a chav accent, but it's more like middle class England. But it's David Beckham's from Essex, for example. But David Beckham did try and change his accent, but you can still hear it. So it's funny. James Corden and David Beckham, I think that's why they get along. They're both from Essex, but they've both become more posh as they become more famous. But if you watch like early James Corden and even interviews with David Beckham in like the mid-90s and stuff, he's not posh at all. Yeah, James Corden is also a massive arse. I've heard that loads as well. What movies am I excited for? Just Dune at the moment. Pretty much it. Like, is there anything good coming out? Really, I can't think of anything. Like, it feels like everything in terms of entertainment is really slowing down. Like, this is the year like the pandemic has slowed things a lot. Where last year, like, even though it was in it, I think most stuff which was in the cooker, like films, TV, and everything like that, that was getting released. Where like Last of Us 2 came out like in 2020. Do you know what I mean? Like, and loads of video games did. Whereas this year it feels a bit dry. Like I can't think of one new TV show I've watched this year. Like that came out this year. I've just been watching Vikings. Pretty much is the only TV show I've been watching. Yeah, and the Marvel stuff as well. Not that I really give a shit about that, but the Loki was pretty good. WandaVision was kind of cool. Falcon the Winter Soldier was kind of crap. And I'll watch the Hawkeye thing just because apparently Wilson Fisk might be in it from Daredevil, but still not that hype, to be honest. The French Dispatch, yeah. Cure Doggy, my girlfriend went to the London Film Festival and she saw it, and I think a lot of people share the sentiment. It's not actually that good. It's one of the weaker films from Wes Anderson. She said the Leia Sadu stuff was good. There's like different acts. She said that was really good, but a lot of it was really boring, she said. New Narcos. The thing is, Ben, I was on Narcos season 3 and I never finished it, mainly because I normally watch TV when I work out, and I put headphones on. So because I'm doing like weights or like ab stuff, I can't actually just read the subtitles. So having a show in Spanish is yeah, Stephen, but I'll take your money. Give me that 179. The Surf Times. Hey guys. I'm guessing it's Lance. Watched your Ethan Klein video on stream today. It was super good. Oh, thanks a lot. Appreciate that. Although with all the arcs, I'm surprised you didn't mention the trans issues. Yeah, Surfs. I'm guessing because you obviously watching stream, you probably noticed. I said at the start that because I'm sure like a lot of people with the Ethan Klein stuff, because I've been following it like off and on for years, I'm just kind of unaware of different stuff. But actually, interestingly, you're the first person who said that to me, because people were saying like, oh, you missed out this stuff, you missed out that stuff, you missed out what he said about the election with Trump and Casey Neistat and stuff, which I did actually watch that video. I just decided not to put it in. Yeah, but I'm not actually, if you're still in the chat, I'm not actually aware of what this thing is you're talking about. But again, that's, maybe the video was better made by someone who has a better knowledge of them. And if anyone who's in the chat wants to make that video, feel free to take the, research I did and use it for your own stuff. That's totally cool. But yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thanks a lot for watching. And in case the Surfs have gone, does anyone know what they're talking about with the trans stuff and H3 and Ethan? Because I'd be interested, to be honest. The Bad Batch, yeah, Katie, the Bad Batch was good. But yeah, thanks for, even if you're gone now, Surfs, thanks for just popping in the stream and saying a nice thing. Very appreciated. Did I see the Batman trailer? Yeah, the Batman trailer looks good. That looks solid. Planet of the Apes director. Yeah, it could be something good, to be sure. Yo, so I just read that. He basically had a lot of takes about trans issues, including hormone therapy, his child abuse, but as a 180 on it all and apologized. Damn, yeah, that's probably something I probably should have covered. I'd never even heard of that, to be honest, though. But that is really bad, for sure. And the thing is, that seems quite similar to literally the shit I was watching about Joe Rogan last night. But yeah, Ethan, the thing is, it's interesting because like Ethan isn't like a stupid guy, but I feel like, and you probably saw from the video, Surfs and the other people who watched it, is there seems to be a stage on YouTube where every left-leaning centrist essentially like shifted towards the right, which is really weird because it kind of happened with Trump. But then what you had is a lot of people who eventually even voted for Trump being like big Bernie Sanders supporters. Like, I think a lot of the skeptic community initially said they were for like Bernie Sanders, and like it's kind of where you see like I think Ethan and actually did say he voted for Bernie Sanders. He wanted Bernie Sanders to win back in 2015, 2016. But then they have this whole like weird reactionary shift, and then I guess the trans stuff is disappointing considering the thing is sometimes I give people a pass. Like Hunter Avallone I give them a pass a tiny bit. Not really give them a pass, but like when someone's a bit younger, the evolution is a bit more understandable. But when someone's like an old man, not an old man, but like in his 30s or whatever, and then they're super bad, like even 5 years ago. But then I guess it's a good thing getting a political education, because they were like a comedy channel and everything, even though he said he was like pro-Palestinian in college and everything like that. But yeah, the trans stuff. The thing is like I think we a lot of the times with trans issues, I think sometimes you have to be a bit more like, you have to give a bit more leeway in terms of like, so many people are really just learning about this stuff, but then obviously like what the Surf just mentioned, Ethan said, is like unacceptable anyway. Like sometimes I think back, and I was actually talking to someone, one of my friends who's recently come out as bisexual and stuff, and we were just talking about LGBT stuff in the UK, and we specifically got into trans stuff, and I said like, the problem I think like for me growing up is there was just no exposure to this stuff. Like there is no visible trans representation in the UK. Of course, I'm not Ethan Klein. I'm not going to say awful stuff about it, like even when I was a bit more ignorant and stuff. But for me personally, it's like, what I say is the best thing about doing YouTube is all the trans people I've spoke to, and I think sometimes my perspective, like I think everyone thinks like me, but then I realise most people in this country, despite the survey saying, the UK generally, I know it doesn't seem it, but generally based on polling, the UK is quite libertarian when it comes to transgender rights and identification and shit like that. Because obviously we have the stereotype as TERF Island, but I think a recent survey showed it was like most people do support this stuff broadly, maybe as like a live and let live, thing, rather than actually supporting it properly. But I feel like generally for the UK and the US to a lesser degree, there's no exposure. So I think even though it's like pretty much him just saying it, Joe Biden even talking about this stuff is massive. Like our leader of the Labour Party will not talk about this stuff. He doesn't want to get engaged in the culture war. Tony Blair told him, don't get bogged down in the culture war over trans rights. So even just like having like this representation, and like Caitlyn Jenner is a pretty awful representation, especially when she was running for governor. But even some of the stuff that I mentioned in the Joe Rogan video, she's saying like, Joe Rogan's ignorant, transphobic piece of shit and stuff like that. Like, that's important to have this visibility. And although I think the culture war in the US is far worse about it, in terms of like, it's such a like polarizing political issue, where in the UK it hasn't reached that because most people don't even know about it, where it's just like really insidious from the government pushing all these new mandates about trans healthcare and things like that. Surf saying he basically had a lot of takes about trans issues, including hormone therapy. They followed up. In come from a place of ignorance, his views weren't more hardcore than anything my liberal family members think. Yeah, that is definitely something that, like I'm touching on here, is that like, the thing is, what happens sometimes, I feel like, is when you hear about this stuff, it's important who you hear it from, because the framing often is designed to make you have this knee-jerk reaction about this stuff. Like I was listening to the Joe Rogan one where they're talking about, wacky kids just identifying as transgender because it's like a new cool thing to do or some shit like that. And the way they were talking about it, and they were trying to paint it as like a larger issue, and they're even comparing it to like anorexia or something like, and there's studies showing, I don't know, anorexia possibly, I don't know, if you're anorexic and talking about your influence other people. I don't know how legit the study is or anything, but they were trying to put it like that. And then they're like, they always end it, and this is what I wanted to talk about in the video, but I didn't talk about it. They always end it like, I support trans people. Like, if you want to come out when you're 16, 17, 18, if you want to transition when you're 18, I support that. But we shouldn't be doing this to like, and they take it to the extreme. They're like, 2 years old or something like that. And it's like, that's not what people are arguing for. Just because they're arguing for like more options for people to transition before they become like a legal adult doesn't mean, this is how they like to frame it as part of the cultural, like babies are going to be having this and stuff. I feel like a lot of the time, ignorant people or people who like, like Ethan seems like a bit of before like a free thinker, like getting all these weird free speech people on his podcast, is that it's just influenced by the last person who told them the argument, essentially. But yeah, the UK is turf town. I'm not downplaying it, but I'm saying there was a surprising study recently where it isn't actually that bad in terms of general social views. It's more like the people in power have a very hostile stance towards it. Of course, it's not perfect. It's of course like a hostile climate for LGBT people in the UK, especially right now. But I feel like just with a lot of things, like in America, for example, most Americans support universal healthcare, right? And it's not reflected in the politics. I feel like there's a similar thing with trans rights and stuff as well in the UK. Um, yeah, Hikmet, yeah, Surfs and me collabed way back on a Steven Crowder video. I think that must be like over 2 years ago. So yeah, I'm guessing it's actually them. It says Hikmet. It's their second channel. They have the Surf's main one, and they have the Surf Times, which is like they upload more on and stuff. Um, will I be watching the new Peaky Blinders when it comes out? I really like that show's exposure discussion on the BS behind the door political goings on. Will I watch a show about a bunch of communist Romani gangsters? Yes. No, I like Peaky Blinders. It's quite formulaic, 1 to 4, but I really like season 5. Obviously, Oswald Mosley was the villain, who is one of the biggest. Well, actually, is the biggest UK fascist we've ever had. He was a Labour MP, Tory MP, like he literally all over the place. He was a very good villain. It's obviously sad that actress of Polly has passed away, so we're not getting that wrapped up. The ending to season 5, wow, that was intense. But yeah, you know, I'm looking forward to it. Dave Chappelle was a guest writer for Mrs. Brown's Boys. Oh my god, never heard of that. Probably explains why it's so bad. Then I hate Mrs. Brown. You know, as someone who's like a Irish person as well, like I really hate Mrs. Brown's Boys. What's your take on the Faraday Speaks return video? I haven't watched it, but me and him have talked in DMs and stuff. He seems cool. Whenever I see your logo, I have to fight the urge to watch Mr. Robot. I think that was going to end as. Yeah, well, you should go watch it right now. Watch it. Look, I got my little logo there. Look, I got the Mr. Robot mask behind me, always behind me. So yeah, go watch it. Father Ted, yep, another crap show made by a massive turf. So, um, season 5 was incredible. Yes, it was. Season 5 was very good. UK turfs are worse. Well, the thing is, I think it's definitely an interesting discussion to be had, like who is worse, because what is very interesting to me about American politics is that you have like mainstream Democrats, like even like Joe Biden supporting transgender rights, right? That's obviously like a very big deal. But what is so weird about the Democrats to me is that they are pretty socially liberal, especially at this point in time, like trans issues, LGBT issues, and I have heard from people who've gone through healthcare for transitioning that in places like California, especially, it's very good for trans healthcare. And it sounds like, from what I've been reading about UK trans healthcare, it's far better in places like California. But at the same time, then you have the economic agenda of the Democrats, which I made a video years ago. It was like you cannot be socially liberal and fiscally conservative because those things go together. If you support transgender rights, then you need to pass universal healthcare, right? So they don't have to pay for like reassignment surgery or something, or just general trans healthcare. They don't have to pay for that. So that's my problem with the Democrats. Whereas in the UK, it's like Tories won't talk about it, Labour won't talk about it. Liberal columnists are TERFs and they hate trans women specifically. Then there's like a secret war on trans people from the Tories. So it's like, that's what I'm saying. Like it's weird. Whereas in the US, it is like really the right wing's war on trans people is like really openly vile. Like, it's very, very explicit. It's very much like a political rallying cry for the right, where it is not in the UK. But I think that's generally the problem, is that even that, just that in itself shows there's no one really advocating for trans rights in mainstream politics, because there's not even a pushback against it, right? You'll get people like the Chancellor, Sajid Javid, saying like transphobic shit, of course, on Twitter, but that's really the extent of it. So it's a very interesting like dynamic there, that yes, Democrats are better for that stuff, but they also do not pass any economic policies that would help with that stuff in the first place. So it's just lip service at the end of the day. So you know. Basically, a TERF is a feminist who doesn't think trans women are women, and they want to exclude them from like feminism. But I mean, a lot of these people, you know, the radical feminist part. Do they? Is this what they describe themselves? Because I know we say it now, but is this what they describe themselves? Because what is radical about their feminism as well? Most of them are liberals. All right, I'm just gonna keep getting the comments in. I'm just gonna try and find some of the criticism I was getting on this video. Then. Some people were well butthurt though. They're like flooding into everything. A lot of it was like, oh, are the LGBT community above scrutiny? I don't understand this logic. Above scrutiny, you're literally just saying like really bigoted shit about them. That's not scrutiny. And there's another thing. It was like, well, you don't care when Dave Chappelle makes fun of the black community. Well, it's like, he's a black man. I mean, that's, you know, more okay for me, a black man making jokes about his own community, which he's in, rather than a black straight man just saying bigoted shit about trans people. There's no comparison there, right? If I start making jokes about Irish people being drunks who love potatoes and stuff, obviously you can maybe say that's pushing harmful stereotypes, but you know, it's also I'm an Irish person myself. Do you know what I mean? It's if you're a French person, talk about like, you know, some sort of stuff like that. You know, Jewish comedians do this a lot with Seth Rogen's done it a lot with the Jewish community. There's certain things, if you're a part of a community, it's okay to say, right? It's just a joke that you can say from your own experience, and it doesn't feel weird. Yeah, you can criticize and say, you know, you're pushing unhelpful stereotypes about it, but there is like comedy which is, you know, quite funny with this stuff. Whereas a lot of the time, with like obviously what Dave Chappelle's saying, it's not even funny. It's barely even a joke. Like, I don't even understand what's funny about it. The Batman movie looks like a masterpiece. I mean, I wouldn't go that far because it's only had a trailer. It could be total crap. Yeah, transphobia, as someone's saying about the UK media, it's very, very common in the UK columnist, journalist scene. Most of these people are centre-right or just centre-left liberals. They're all pretty wealthy, though. Oh, Tristan, I love subreddit drama. Wait, let me get my phone. I wanna actually I'm gonna get this up on Reddit. Maybe we can have a look at it together. Because I posted it on BreadTube myself. So I always post my own shit on BreadTube because I know it gets the karma, so I want that karma. Okay, one sec. Wait, sorry. Sorry, I'm in the wrong subreddit drama. There's two subreddit drama. Who watched the Liverpool game today, by the way? That was crazy. Great game though. Oh, okay, here it is. Let's see if I get it on screen. Let's zoom in. Alright, so a video criticising everyone's favourite comedian, Dave Chappelle, reaches the top of BreadTube. Commenters have a lot of feelings. Let's go on this post. You guys can see it alright? One sec. I nearly got 200k karma. How sad am I? Look at that. You can't see it. It's behind the video of me. I'm feeling a lot better. Thank you, live stream. I'm feeling better. I won't say it completely yet. Okay, so subreddit drama. Thanks for bringing this up, Tristan. The Kavernacle, a leftist YouTuber, posted a video where he criticises Dave Chappelle, where it's actually a long video where he criticises woke capitalism and how companies publicly claim to support LGBT people while platforming anti-LGBT voices like Chappelle, Joe Rogan and Stephen Crowder. And most people in the comments focus on Dave. The few positive comments in the threads are just circle jerking about how Crowder isn't funny, but most threads are collapsed and full of wordy arguments. Alright, so spreadsheet. Okay, so just read this. I fucking hate this guy. Alright, I fucking hate this guy. Okay, this is about me, by the way. Wait, is this on BreadTube still? Yeah, BreadTube. The Kavernacle, I fucking hate this guy. Might explain why. His takes on things... No. I fucking love reading criticism. The thing is, I don't know why... Okay, I'm going to explain... Before I make myself laugh a bit too much, I'll explain this thing, right? You guys can probably tell from my Twitter, if you guys follow me on Twitter. Throughout my whole life, I've always loved winding people up. I love getting the reaction out of people by just absolutely taking... No, so I won't take the piss like I make fun of someone. I love winding them up to the point that they'll get super mad about something, right? Either me being a contrarian or me or me saying some stuff. So YouTubers always give me a bit of a laugh when I make people really mad. Like either they leave me like massive long video essays or say they hate me and shit like that. I love this stuff because the thought of me making people this angry, like really just like I don't know, like I just love it. I've always loved it. It's like if I there's a YouTuber called Michael Does Life, right? And he's essentially just a troll YouTuber, but he winds people up so bad. Like there's so many hate comments by just shitting on all the popular games. I respect that so much, and it makes me laugh because I love the fact he loves winding people up so much. So I'll get into his comments one sec. So about me. His takes on things are terrible, and I can't stand his preachy, moralistic attitude. He's a type of leftist that everyone makes fun of. He's the personification of the online woke Twitter leftist that people find annoying. So some more people saying, honestly, I don't see his content as something directed towards non-leftists honestly, I don't really see his content as something directed towards non-leftists to introduce them to leftist concepts, but as an explanation and examination of right-wing rhetoric and groups and events directed towards people who already know the theory but aren't familiar with the specific people and situation he talks about. I remember liking his videos about Anita Sarkeesian and gay Nazis, and for both of those, I wasn't looking for someone to tell me sexism and Nazis are bad. I just appreciated someone explaining those events and groups from a leftist perspective. So thanks for the reply. I can't say I feel that way myself, but it seems to be a subjective difference of opinion in the end. So far, I've seen many YouTubers who start out fine until the mask slipped. What do people think my mask is? My tanky mask again? I wouldn't go as far as to say I hate him, but I'm not a huge fan of his style. This posted by his Reddit account, though. All right, someone fucking knows it was me. Okay, let's have a look at more. Damn, people are getting really mad. So let's read some more comments. Commissioner Gordon, as a side note, I really like the Kavernacle on his videos, especially his videos on how conservatives don't understand their favourite film. I'm so on him, but sometimes videos where it just takes apart someone's stupidity are fun. That's the duality of man right there. No, if you like my videos making fun of someone not understanding something, well, keep an eye out for tomorrow where we're going to look at Tim Pool thinking Squid Game is about communism as a broader video about how right-wingers often say that's communism about capitalism. Like, bread lines or stuff not on their shelves. They're like, it's just like I'm in Soviet Russia. It's like, well, you're not in Soviet Russia. You're in capitalist America. Oh. You guys won't know this. Shit company, Sport Directs. But they give you a massive mug for some reason. It's on like all of my football boots. Alright, let's look at some more shit. Let's just go on the post itself. Because I normally mute... The thing is, I always mute the comments after I post because... look, that's my Reddit account. I always mute the comments because a lot of them are just fucking really nitpicky and I just get pretty annoyed by them. Let's go down to see the disliked ones. Oh my fucking god. Manufactured outrage. What does this guy say? Joke. Oh god, I'm not reading that. Yeah, just the thing is, really making my point, just like saying this and me saying about the whole video about how casually transphobia is tolerated by like just society. But people are very mad at my take for some reason. I really do think anything should be allowed in a comedy show. It is. Telling someone they're an arsehole for what they said on stage isn't saying they're not allowed to say it unless I'm not allowed to call them an arsehole for it. And we're not allowed to, then it seems like comedians are the only ones who have really thin skins. Yeah, someone actually made a really good point in my video. They're like, a lot of these comedians like Dave Chappelle, they started out before like social media was massive. So they're not used to like getting massive pushback on their like stuff. And that's like something they find it really hard to get used to once they do. My hair is fucking mental at the back. What is this? What the fuck is going on? Alright, more. Fucking dead hates me. That's fine. Alright, so this is a comment I want to read. Why is it so hard for people to just have nuanced stances of things instead of jumping these ridiculous hyperboles? It's simultaneously possible for some people to say shocking things that they don't mean as a joke, and also for some others to use jokes as a way to explore arsehole opinions they actually do hold but are too afraid to say with a straight face. So there's no need to make these kinds of sweeping generalizations. Yeah, but generally, like, you know, I don't understand why shit like this... I guess it's like because I come from a certain place. I don't really understand why this makes people froth at the mouth so much. And to be honest, I totally, you know, understand not liking my content. And that's perfectly fine. And people can dislike my content. I'm critical of my own content. Sometimes I think, yeah, like I was actually thinking about my video yesterday. I was like, you know, that actually wasn't a good video. Like I literally thought after I uploaded, I was like, that wasn't a good video. Not because of my argument. I just said it's quite a dry video. I'm just giving my opinion on the Dave Chappelle thing, and I'm just reading some like articles and stuff. It's like quite, you know, not like my video on Friday. But then I was also feeling like total fucking garbage as well when I recorded it, so I wasn't too hard on myself. But yeah, you're perfectly allowed to hate me. I'm gonna read some comments now. Alright, I just made some comments. Guys, just remember that Kavernacle spends £1 on every 5,000 subs. I don't even know what you're fucking talking about. Do you think I advertise this shit? Bill Maher is more dangerous than Steven Crowder. Changed my mind. No. The thing is, Bill Maher's audience in general. The thing is, Steven Crowder is more popular than Bill Maher, I'd say, in terms of online at least. I don't know if Bill Maher's audience is just old boomers or some shit. So it's like, for me, I'd say Steven Crowder's more dangerous. And the thing is, like I made a point in my video, Steven Crowder is so fucking racist. Like, so bad. I'm actually going to get out this Twitter thread I made a couple months ago. The how racist he is actually sometimes, like, I can't even understand how he has gotten away with it on YouTube. Alright. Okay, here we go. To fucking let me see what the thing is like. To fucking look like this, to dress up as this, man. Come on, that should get you a ban. Like, if you guys can't see it properly, one sec. All right, so if for those of you who don't know what's going on here, he's basically dressing up as a caricature of a Japanese person, right? And I don't know how many of you guys saw my World War II propaganda. I don't know if I had much Asian stuff in it, but basically, like the buck teeth, very, very common in World War II propaganda about Japanese, and like the glasses as well, very, very common. I'm trying to find a photo for you guys actually. But yeah, I know many people have said it about Stephen Crowder, but I can't stress enough how fucking racist you have to be to dress up like that. Like, to even consider dressing up like that, it's just so fucking crazy racist, right? And this is before, like, this is on his fucking YouTube channel. This is still there. And then you have, like, the transphobia as well. And like I said, I'm not surprised his channel... Actually, what I am surprised is he's been sanctioned for the transphobia. This must be, like, the first time YouTube's ever sanctioned someone for transphobia is this guy. But like I'm saying, it's not like a win for the trans community and stuff. It's because YouTube are being pushed so far by this fucking guy that they feel like they have to do something. And they literally just emailed his lawyer, like, you got to stop this. And like my theory generally is, or genuinely is, and generally, whatever, he's trying to get banned. Like, 100% he's trying to get banned, because then he'd be like, YouTube censored the biggest conservative comedian, free speech is dead, or some fucking shit like that. And yeah, just look at that fucking picture, man. Like, come on. How and the thing is, right, I in my video last night, I didn't even want to play Crowder clips because I was afraid my video might get flagged for hate speech. And even that Ben Shapiro clip I had, I was like, shit, am I going to get flagged for hate speech for playing this? And that's the thing, is like, that's the double standard that you can totally, on YouTube, you totally have done. People in the past, they've got flagged for breaking terms of service by playing clips of other videos that haven't been flagged for breaking terms of service. YouTube is just fucking broken with stuff like this. On a list, sorry, I didn't realize it was you, man. Sorry, that's you, man. Sorry, reading some more shit. Sorry, I'm really behind. Sorry, just catching up. So I was going off on a bit of a mad one. Oh yeah, here's a fun one for the chat while I'm just catching up on the chat. Kavernacle is a troll. So I said my video tomorrow is going to be about Squid Game. The thing is, I haven't actually watched Squid Game. I'm not going to watch Squid Game. What do you take me for? Some sort of normie? You think I'm going to watch Squid Game? Anyway, but I know Squid Game is about anti-capitalism, right? Because I've read all the interviews with the director saying so. Tim Pool seems to think it's about communism. Here's something I give me examples in the comments. What are things Americans, either famously or broadly, say is communism when it's really the effects of capitalism, right? I've talked about, like, people saying about, oh, no food on the shelves, it's like Venezuela, or like shit like that. In the comments, if you can think of any examples, stick them down there. So I'm gonna try and catch up on the chat. Hendo, thanks for joining the chat. We're now both watching each other's streams. I've just seen you pop up there. But yeah, thanks so much for becoming a patron as well. Super nice of you. Made my boring, horrible, migraine-filled editing evening that you actually like my stuff. It was really cool, actually. So thanks for saying nice things about me on stream. I can't ask for much better. That was almost as nice as when my own stream were telling me I was good looking and funny once. Which I promise they actually did. I didn't make that up. Cav looking good. Little Fox, I'm weird I just said that. I'm grateful you said so. I feel like fucking shit today. Literally, like, the thing is, because I said, yeah, I had a migraine. So basically, I've told a couple of you have been here for a while, you know about this. Like in 2019, I started having like really bad neurological issues. I don't know what happened or what triggered it. The only thing I can imagine is that had like so many job interviews and getting to the last stage, and I just couldn't get a job. And then I was playing football, like semi-pro, and we're doing pre-season, and fucking hell, like most exercise I've ever done in my life. And then one day I just woke up, felt like I was having a stroke or something, and literally just changed my whole like. I guess it changed my whole life in some ways because I developed visual snow. That's why I wear this shit when I edit. Started getting migraines, really sensitive to light. Weird tingling sensations all over my face and arms, like for months at a time and shit like that. I've gotten a lot better since I quit my job, but then like some days, for no reason, I just had a migraine yesterday morning. I can't really think of what triggered it. Like I was up late streaming Tetris 99, which literally was what I was playing when I first had my first like proper stroke type migraine. And then I drank a lot on Saturday, and I don't drink. So that could have been the trigger as well. Don't really know. The last time I had a migraine this year, I've only had two, was on my like 4th or 5th day of driving around Scotland. Because the driving there is just mental, because it's like, I said this in other videos, it's like 1 lane roads, no speed limit, cars coming towards you and shit. Oh my God, never doing that again. Really foggy as well, so I thought I was going to die the whole time. So I had a migraine after like my 5th day of doing that. And then I had one today, and I've just been lying in bed. I watched the Liverpool Atletico Madrid game, which was really, really good. I wanted to watch like all the games at once, but I decided to just watch that one. I'm annoyed Liverpool won, of course. And then I just started playing Assassin's Creed Discovery Tour, and I was just lying in bed, and it was like 12, and I was like, I got a fucking stream. Like, I can't just justify lying in bed all day. Adrian, damn, you a Sigma. Thanks so much for the $5, Adrian. Really, really appreciate it. I have been called a Sigma before. I won't deny it. And I haven't been enjoying Elon the Goat's Instagram account. I'm going to try and get this up for you guys, because I got to share this Instagram account with everyone. So basically, it's an inspirational quotes account about Elon Musk. I hope they have a Twitter account, because they have an Instagram account. Elon the Goat. But can you use Instagram on desktop? That's what I want to know. Because I've just I've just been posting their quotes to my friends. I've just been sending them, and they'll be like, "What the fuck is this?" All right, I'm gonna try and get it up on Instagram. You guys got to read some of these. I've been cracking up. Like when I just need a little mood boost, I've just been typing Elon the Goat into Instagram. Not in terms of the goat, in terms of like an animal, like the greatest of all time. Right, Instagram Elon the Goat. Alright, here we go. I just need to log in. I don't even... Okay, I need to... Because my Instagram I got logged in on here is actually my personal one and not my my YouTube Instagram. Which you guys probably won't be able to see. Okay, let's try this. Oh, wait. Wrong thing. Okay, my personal Instagram is covered. Alright, so... so this page, man, like, it just fucking cracks me up so bad. I'm gonna go through some of these memes. Take some more comments quick. So, what were you guys talking about? Oh, okay. Sorry, I showed you the Steven Crowder thing. Yeah, Mike Rooney from Breakfast at Tiffany's. Yeah, it remembers. It seems like that as well. Tristan saying, the amount of times I've had conservatives tell me I'm not a true socialist because I don't live in an apartment. Don't live in an apartment and not a hut in the middle of the woods would be laughable if it wasn't so dumb. Yeah, that stuff is fucking crazy. Do you smell toast? Nope. Hopefully I don't, because then I would be having a stroke. Cut down on the Tetris? I mean, yeah, for sure, I probably should. Migraines are no fucking joke. When I was young, I'd have them all the time, and I can all remember as blinding pain. Yep. It fucking sucks, doesn't it? Waiting on the OnlyFans. One day, one day. Just for my Sigma drip. Tetris is communism. Yeah, well, it was made in the USSR, for sure. Cav is Sigma incarnate. Someone called me a tanky again on my comments. Like, he's like, I don't know. It just feels like to me you've got a mask off, tanky. And I was like, come on. I've already made a whole fucking video responding to this fucking shit. All right, let's get into Elon the Goat. Let me see how this looks. Okay, this is one I sent to my friends today. Which one was it? I love this shit so much. Oh fucking hell! This is the one I sent. Oh, is that the fucking size of it? Come on. Turn into a ghost, save, hustle, invest, disappear. You don't need an audience to achieve greatness. You need focus. Oh my god, and he's like looking like a little bandit with this like what's it, like a scarf face mask? That's like he's from Red Dead or something. Fuck, like how do people like write this shit without cringing? Like I can't believe people actually write this stuff for real. There's another one like I was just like absolutely howling at. One of it, and this is so fucking stupid as well. Wait, what is the one which I couldn't believe how dumb it was? I love fucking shit like this. I love this shit. It's just so cringy. Set some goals, stay quiet about them, smash the hell out of them, clap for your damn self. Oh my god. I hate this shit, but I love this shit at the same time. Like, I just love sending this stuff to people. The thing is, I've been tweeting shit like this recently. I really hope people don't think I'm serious. I don't think you should be following me anyway if you think I'm serious. Alright. What's the one that is so stupid? Like, it makes no sense. Okay, he's posted the ghost thing again. So okay, this one, oh my god, this one is so fucking dumb. I tweeted this as well. Most of your adult problems can be avoided if you regularly work out, get a second income source, eat real food. Okay, stop eating that fake food, actually. Find 3 real friends. I think that's kind of telling. Like, I hope most of you have at least three real friends. Live below your means. Do what you love for work. And like, this is so crazy delusional, right? So, okay, regularly work out. Okay, possible for most people. Get a second income source. Like, okay, that's not possible for most people. Eat real food. Okay, real food. You know, not digital food. Find 3 real friends. Okay, that's not too hard. Live below your means. I mean, that's pretty hard for people since the income is so bad. I mean, if you had the second income source, maybe it'd be okay. And do what you love for work. Well, first of all, I always love that quote, like, I don't dream of labour, but at the same time, most people don't do what they love for work. Because you can't just walk in someone and be like, I love doing this, give me the job. It never works like that. So it's just like this delusional, like, Sigma Grindset crap and, like, entrepreneurship, like, bullshit. It's just so, like, I just find it so crazy delusional, but I fucking love it at the same time. I absolutely fucking love it. Communism is back. Communism is when there's no house. Communism is no house and living in a field or something. If I pulled off your tanky mask, would you die? It'd be extremely painful, but not for me. Just find 2 jobs you love. Easy, yeah. Okay, Wisecrack has a live stream about Squid Game and its philosophy. Alright, yeah, I will. Who has time to work out when you're working 2 jobs? I mean, yeah, and having three real friends as well. I don't get if it's a satire written by an algorithm. Actual Elon quotes, which says everything about Musk. it's this account has made these up. That's what's even worse. It's not even Elon Musk. All right, okay, let's find one more. I'm trying to find the best one. Okay. Sorry, I'm just reading some of this shit, but oh fuck, like, okay, I'm not rufflecoptering about this, but you got to build with somebody who wants it as bad as you do. A power couple is two hustlers, not a hustler and elite. Okay, I'm gonna fucking text my girlfriend this. Let me let me just get my phone. The thing is, I already know what she's gonna reply to this. She's just gonna reply like ew, like. All right. Who else wants this with their significant other? Okay, you got to build with somebody who wants it as bad as you do. A power couple is two hustlers. Oh my god, I'm fucking roasting. Am I just ill or something? Not a hustler. Okay, I might actually fucking tweet this as well. Not a hustler and a leech. Okay, send it. Tune in to the next live stream for her reaction to me tweeting her that. Tweeting her? Texting her that. No context. Alright, one more. Let's get one more. Let's see if we can find the best one. Okay, just like shit like this, like, it's like, this like Sigma grind culture is like, you've just got to be like a fucking loner or something. Like, the older I get, the more I realise the value of staying low key, of cultivating your circle and only letting certain people in. And it's fucking hell. Fucking hell. Do these posts even get any comments? Can I read them, please? Okay, it gets not many comments. I'm just shaking my head. I just can't believe this shit. But I love it so much. Everyone go follow Elon Musk the GOAT. It's just like so delusional. These guys like live in like I don't know, Sim City or some shit, the way they think you can. Oh my god. Okay, this is my fucking favourite one. I actually tweeted this. I think I even showed it last time. 4 main reasons I always win. I don't hate on nobody. I pray. I stay in my lane. I hustle. Alright. Like, again, it plays into this like Sigma Grindset. Like, I don't hate on nobody. Like, you know, I'm not controversial. I ain't got time for other people's problems. I don't hate on nobody. I pray. I don't know where the fucking praying comes into being an entrepreneur. I stay in my lane, and I hustle. So it's like this image is just like, oh, like behind the scenes, you're just hustling and grinding, staying in your lane, and not causing problems. And then I don't fucking know, man. I just hate this shit, but I love this shit as well. The thing is, this is like the best and worst thing about Elon Musk. Like, if Elon Musk didn't exist, then we wouldn't have shit like this to read. Sigma, I stay in my lane. Yeah, we could all learn from Elon Musk the GOAT. Here, right, let me read some more comments. But I stay in my lane. On YouTube, I try and stay in my lane. I don't hate on nobody apart from like Dylan Burns. Apart from Dylan Burns or some other people like that. Right. I'll get back in my place. There we go. Take some more comments. They live in Randland, yeah. Imagine if everyone was as selfish and self-absorbed as this. Well, I don't know. It seems like people are these days. Staying in the lane, that's how you rise to the top. Exactly. To be honest, that is my fucking that's my like I've got that like tattooed on my chest, and I've got it like written down in a book, and I read it every morning just to remind myself to stay humble, pray to Elon, to make the price of Bitcoin go up. Shit, when did this shit start? Like, honestly, is this like an Elon Musk? Did he start this phenomenon of just like cringe entrepreneurial Bitcoin bro posting? Sigma male was made so that introverts can be their own version of alpha. Yeah, that is literally what it fucking is as well. Sigma Grindset is just like, I'm not like other boys' version of wanting to be an alpha male. Yeah. Not two hustlers. Yeah, me and my girlfriend, two hustlers. You need a hustler in life. Like, if you're the one out, like, hustling and with your second income, free friends and real food, and your girlfriend or partner isn't, then you're doing it wrong. You got to build with somebody who wants it as bad as you do. A power couple is two hustlers, not a hustler and a leech. Okay, I got to fucking tweet this. I'm gonna like make it. I got to put some emojis in. Wait. Actually, should I just tweet it? Should I just tweet it on stream right now? Oh, give me a sec. Can you use emojis properly on stream? Alright, one sec. Alright, I think you can get some sort of emojis, so let's go. Alright. I stay in my lane and I don't hurt on nobody. Don't hurt. I don't do that either. Alright, I'm gonna find it hard to find the emojis. Alright, what should be the first emoji? I always like the smiling devil, but we're gonna have to go for something else. What's like a motivated like emoji face? The cat smiling, maybe? Is there like two people? Bad. Alright, chat, help me. What emoji should I use? What emoji should I use? Smoke coming out of the nose. That's not a bad one. What do people think? Smoke coming out the nose. The flexing arm. What's the rest of the quote? The huffing smoke. Alright, the huffing smoke. Alright, let's try and find it. Because the emojis are different on... okay. Alright, the huffing smoke. You guys got your wish. Alright, and then... a power couple. Should we put an emoji after that? Or should we just keep going? Wait, a power couple is two hustlers. So maybe a couple of emojis in here. Alright, you guys can tell me what I got one in mind. Yeah, the nails being painted is a good one actually as well. The praying one. A power couple is two hustlers. Wait, let me get the money one first. Where's the money? Where are the turtles? Where are the turtles? Where are the turtles? Alright, the money. Okay, I'm finding it hard to navigate the Twitter's own emoji system. I want the money bags. Because when I'm on my iPhone, I literally just type what I want and it suggests it. So I just type in money and it will give me the money. Hey, wait, let me get you guys up again. This gone away. No, my girlfriend's okay. You guys have got the chill face, the money face. Nah, the money face is too over the top. We can't have the I dollar signs. I'm thinking money bag, and maybe like a guy and a girl face. Can I change the skin color on this? Show me the money. Yeah, Jerry Maguire. Alright, money. I'm looking. Come on, money. Show yourself. Food and drink. activity. Maybe like a first place medal, could we do? Alright, it's only I can search, so let's go money. Alright, we got the... I like this one. And then... Power couple. Alright, let's... what one looks like me? This guy's got a fucking massive beard. Can I change his skin colour? Why is he so separate? Can you not change skin colour on the Twitter emojis? Alright. Bearded man. Oh, I can change it. Sick. Alright. Sorry, Beardy. We're going to get one that's like me a bit more. Alright. No, wait. Oh, it just keeps doing them. Wait. There we go. There's me. Where my hair isn't that fucking long. Alright, so we're going to do a man and a woman for me and my girlfriend. Aren't I sweet? So she's blonde. Alright. And then I'm going to finish it off with another $sign. Alright. Okay, you guys can help me for this last bit. Shit, where's my chat gone? Alright, so the last bit is a power couple is two hustlers, not a hustler and a leech. So we can do not a hustler. So what does a hustler look like for an emoji? So what we're going to go for this one. And the leech can be like a different one. Yeah, not the aubergine. Two aubergines. What does a hustler look like as an individual emoji? What does the hustler look like? Come on. Give me a good one. A fox and a sheep? Yeah, but we're talking about a leech. That's not a bad one though. The like crossed one. No. Okay, that's not bad. Is that like a cell or like an amoeba or some shit? Okay, a wolf. That's not a bad one. We'll go for the wolf for the hustler. Oh, by the way, everyone, you've got to go retweet this when it's out. Not a hustler. I don't know how it's gonna fucking look though. All right, to finish this off, I'm looking at the chat. What's the best one for a leech? You got to build with somebody who wants it as bad as you do. A power couple is two hustlers, not a hustler and a leech. Okay, what's a leech look like? No, a leech is not like a bicep emoji. Yeah, we got the wolf. We got the wolf for the hustler. What's the leech? Come on, I want the leech. Okay, you guys aren't coming through with the leech. I'm gonna just have to look. I'm just gonna have to look through myself. So wait, am I? Oh shit! One sec. Am I too? I want a space though, don't I? Yeah. Wait, how does it? I'm just gonna type it in my phone quick to make sure it looks fine. All right, if you have no space, it looks weird. Okay. You guys have let me down for the last one. There have been some good suggestions otherwise. It's spelled leech. Okay, the post spelled it wrong then. I was just copying the post. Of course, the Elon Musk inspirational account. We could go for mouse, dog, rhino, pig. Okay, I'm actually out of ideas. I don't know what to do for the leech. Woman emoji. It's you the same woman. You are putting an awful lot of thought into a single tweet. Snake. Okay, let's try the snake. I'll look out for the snake. All right. What do people think? Post F in the chat if you think this is good. F in the chat if you think it's good. Vampire. Oh shit, we're getting inspired now. Let's have a look. Oh shit. How about the vampire? Vampire or snake? Vote in the chat. Vampire or snake? No, vampire or snake? Okay, V for vampire, S for snake. Quick. And also, everyone's got to go retweet this when I tweet it. Vampire, vamp. Alright, people are saying vampire. Oh, I have a poll. No, the people have spoken. They like the vampire. Alright, you got to build with somebody who wants it as bad as you do. One emoji there. Power couple is two hustlers. Not a hustler. And a leech. It's very weird formatting on... Alright, I think that looks good. Okay, I'm gonna tweet it, and everyone's got to go retweet it. Stop the count. Yeah, everyone voted for vampire. Alright. So we've gotten... It's Elon the goat. Thank you so much. I want to see how it looks on my phone. Okay, we've already retweeted. Everyone go retweet it right now. If you follow me on Twitter, go retweet it. Tree Sapiens already done it. So, okay, it looks pretty good when you're not clicked in on it, although it is very compact. Okay, here's what it looks like. I'm going to get it on my phone. So it looks like... No, wait. Let me spin it. So it looks okay. Thank you so much for your help, everyone. I think this is like the closest we're going to get to building socialism. That's why you're all subscribed to me. Okay, thanks for the retweets. 7 retweets already. Fucking hell. Maybe I could have had a little bit more space between this bit. Maybe like 2 paragraphs. Thanks, Tristan. Shit, the wolf. I want it like it came off a bit crap. Does the way the formatting make it more charming? I think it does. Schmilf. Love it. This is why I became a Patreon. Yes, I love the loyal fucking tweet following I got going on here. We can just keep it up and wait for it to update in real time. We're on our tanky Grindset. Yeah, exactly. Hey Nick, thanks for joining. Cav's tanky Grindset. I'll tweet. Yeah, for sure. Orders followed commissar. Yeah, thanks so much, Ethan. No Elon Musk hashtag. Maybe we'll retweet it later and put the hashtag in. V has come too. Yes, Brandbusters. Great reference. V has come too. I love just tweeting that randomly. I actually have tweeted it like maybe 3 times. Hopefully people get the message. But yeah, V has come too. The good old days of 2015 when I was... How old was I? 20? At the end of it. And then my first year of uni and my second year of uni. Time just, can we stop please? It's going too fast. Ah, for fuck's sake. But yeah, like look at that. Like it's going viral. That lovely tweet is going fucking viral. That was fun. What are people saying? You know, I've never made a Twitter account and I'm old. Oh damn. Yeah, Twitter is fun. It depends what you really want to get out of it though. I like it because I have a following, so I can just tweet random shit and people respond. So that's why I find it fun. But maybe 2 years ago, I took a massive break off it because it was just like really bad for, not like my mental health in general, but just like really bad for just like keeping me up to date on so much shit. So I didn't want to just I don't know, listen to it anymore really. Oh, someone uploaded the official cinema version of the Blade Runner 2049 soundtrack. I will literally listen to every fucking version of this soundtrack. Oh, has anyone seen June or Dune or whatever? Because I've heard it's good, but I've heard mixed things. Did it come out in the US yesterday? Where the fuck is... The soundtrack is so good, yeah. Let's have a look. If you want to see my most liked songs, because people always ask me about... Oh my god, that's so fucking funny, the tweet. Thanks so much for retweeting it. Fucking hell. Yeah, spread that tweet far and wide. I've heard 98% solid things about the Dune film. Yeah, Friday on HBO. It's on HBO. Can you don't have to go to the cinema to watch it. That's pretty crazy. You should read books. I mean, I actually said this to my dad today, actually. I do love reading. I think going to uni for so long just burnt me out. Like, I just did 4 years straight. Like, I did my masters, or probably a bit longer than 4 years. I did my masters straight after third year, so like there's just so much fucking reading, and I was just like, oh, okay, I'm just done now. I'm just done with reading forever. I did read a couple massive books. I read 3 books in December 2019. Be proud of me for that. Where is my most listened to tracks? Kavernacle, Discord, Doom Pie. It's on HBO. Seriously, that's pretty cool, actually. To be honest, if it wasn't June, like, I want to go see that in IMAX, to be honest, but I would be up for seeing that on my TV, which is really good. So, I haven't seen it. I hope it's good. You made leftism mainstream. Just saw your pinned comment on the vid. Oh, the migraine one. It's not. Was that my pinned comment? I thought it was just one of my comments. Yeah, I had it really bad yesterday. I've had it for 9 years. I only started using it recently. I only have about 55 followers or so. Well, I think I've gone from like under 1,000 to 4,000 in less than a year. But yeah, Twitter is fun. Damn man, you're not getting any younger. Legit signed up for Twitter for weather and this. Yes. just do it to retweet me. Yeah, I'm gonna see it in IMAX. I saw James Bond in IMAX. I think because my dad bought us tickets because he wanted to see it together. But I saw Blade Runner. I seen Blade 97 in like order, I guess. 1917, Dunkirk, First Man, Interstellar, Blade Runner. I seen them all in IMAX. Totally worth it. Like, only a bit more expensive, but it's just fucking worth it to like see like the last 10 minutes of Blade Runner like are so overwhelming, like visually and the audio. It's just like you've just got to see it in the cinema. I saw Blade Runner and I saw a double bill of both of them at the Prince Charles Cinema in Chinatown. The seats are so fucking uncomfortable, but it was seeing the first Blade Runner in the cinema was so fucking cool, though. Like, that film just looks so good still. I'm trying to find, like... So, Apple Music have finally done the thing where it, like, puts all your most played tracks in a playlist. And it's so funny, like, mine has just gone from fucking loads of, like, contemporary music to just soundtracks, because I just, like, listen to soundtracks when I'm editing. So I go on like replay for 2021. My top track is Skyrim Atmospheres, which is like this 40-minute ambient track from Skyrim. My second most listened to is one from Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And then my third most listened to is Golden Restless Age by Kings of Leon. And then about the next 6 are all from Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Then there's Rain from Blade Runner 2049, which is like in my top. I think it's my top listen track of all time. And I have this for like 6 years. Blade Runner, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Mr. Robot, Marvin Gaye, more Kings of Leon, more Mr. Robot, some Churches, some Vangelis as well. Yeah, it's weird. Like, it's gone. Whereas I go back and I go to like 2018, and it's like M83, Radiohead, Bon Iver and stuff. So I've really changed what I fucking listen to. But to be honest, because my life is just video editing all the time, I just like listening to like movie and game soundtracks while I do it. I just finished my 13-hour shift. Damn, that sucks. I remember I worked back-to-back 12-hour when I was like 17. The fucking worst thing I've ever done. I keep listening to the MGS OST. What Metal Gear Solid one? Yeah, Blade Runner in the cinema. Yeah, it's fucking sick. My girlfriend's dad said he saw it on like in the middle, in like the jungle, in Djibouti, because my girlfriend's dad was in the Foreign Legion. He's Irish, but he joined the French Foreign Legion. He's in it for like 5 years, so he can speak like fluent French and stuff. But he said they all watched it on just like a big projector because it was like, I think they got a reel of it. I think it was like a year after it came out, which is pretty funny that he remembers that because I talked to him about Blade Runner. Yeah, Blade Runner 2049 was good. Indiana Jones is fine. I'm not the biggest fan. They stopped reading books because of university. The book I want to read is because I've been playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla like so much this year. I just really love Viking history now, and English history, of course. But there's a I think that's like a blind spot in my history. Like I know history really well from about 1000 to. So basically, I obviously did a history degree. My knowledge of history is really good. So I'd say World War Two. I'd say like 20th century history I'm really good at. Like I know so much about 20th century history, Europe especially, but America, some parts of Asia and stuff. But in general, I'd say my biggest blind spots in history is 1848, communism, communist revolutions, like the stuff Karl Marx inspired in like Central Europe and Western Europe and stuff. That's a massive blind spot for me. 1990s Central Eastern Europe, like the stuff with the breakup of Yugoslavia, I got quite a big blind spot on as well. So that's another part of history. I'd say mid 1800s Europe, I'm not great on either. I'd say my best periods are 1400s to 1600s Europe. I'm really good at, including England as well. 20th century America, I'd say I know more about that than most people, especially foreign policy. So yeah, but then I have big blind spots. And one of my big blind spots is the fall of the Roman Empire till like the First Crusade. So that's why I've really been enjoying Assassin's Creed and watching Vikings and stuff. And I want to read a book. It's like this part of this series called like The History of the World. And I've talked about it before on stream, but like I really need to just buy this book and then all the audio book and just sit down and listen to it because yeah, I really like this period. And like I always love the clash of civilization shit. Like I love the First Crusade because it's like this massive cultural exchange between Western Europe and the Middle East, which I think is really cool. Whereas that's why I think I've become attracted to like the Viking period of English history because it's this massive cultural exchange between a group of people that most English people didn't even know existed, knew nothing about them, and then they come like in like their droves to England and then essentially conquer most of the country, and set up like their own like little kingdoms and stuff. So like that's what I always love clash of culture stuff. And also I think like a lot of people, I find the Viking lifestyle attractive from a historical point of view in that it's like Christian Europe is very rigid in its like societal structure in terms of like women, in terms of sex and everything, where the Vikings, for how brutal they were and like obviously still very male dominated society, interesting the role of women in Norse society, the role of like sex and stuff, and it's not about like, you know, monogamy isn't the be all and end all like it is with Christian Europe, for example. And also not writing anything down is really interesting as well, just like these more like tribalistic cultures that are fairly sophisticated. That's why I think it's interesting that like the Vikings, just like I guess, you know, Mayan civilization is far more advanced than like Norse civilization, but they're like their understanding, especially of sailing, is really interesting. How advanced that was. Stuff like that is really interesting to me. So yeah, I want to learn more about it, to be honest. Kate saying, what's a good place to start for someone who wants to study history but cannot go back to school? Yeah, Katie, I'd say what's your main interest? I always say to people, base it on something you love, like a film, TV show, maybe even like a fictional novel. What do you love? So, for example, if I don't know if you are, Katie, you never express this, but say if you were wanting to get into history and you're a massive fan of Lord of the Rings, for example, right? Tolkien was a professor of Anglo-Saxon history at Oxford, right? So pretty much the whole of Lord of the Rings is based on Anglo-Saxon and Viking history. If you like Lord of the Rings and you want to study history but you don't know where to start, then I'd say like go study Anglo-Saxon England and the Viking invasion and stuff, because that's all part of Lord of the Rings' DNA. Even like the language they use is very similar, and like the runic stuff. And like for example, for me, I always say is like if you love like contemporary American film, or like maybe like last 20-30 years, then maybe study American history as well, like if you're not American. I always say base it in something you love or you're going to hate it. So something I really struggled with at university, the probably the module I hated most because I found it really challenging was Czechoslovakian history or Bohemian history, because I had no reference point for a lot of this stuff. And only when it got to the Austrian-Hungarian Empire did I finally like click in my head a bit more, because I'm like, I have some background around this where I know what's going on in the rest of the world. Whereas when I was learning about Bohemia in like the 1300s and stuff, the only reference point I had was like John Wycliffe's translation of the Bible into English, and like how that influenced Czech Christians who wanted to translate the Bible into their own language and stuff. So like I'd say for making studying history easier, you've got to have a reference point, so you can springboard off. Like if for example, if you love like Vikings the show, or The Last Kingdom, then it's pretty easy for me to say go study that stuff if you want to learn about a bit of history. But if you love, I don't know, let's think of other shows. If you love The Americans or something, you know, about the KGB spies, go study that period, like the 1980s in Soviet and American history. So you have like something you can visualize when you're doing this. That's why I was saying to my dad, I was talking about the Assassin's Creed Discovery Tour mode. I'm like, why I find this so good, because it helps you visualize this whole period like it's real. Because especially with medieval period, we have these really weird drawings of people that look so bizarre, and it's like that kind of is a lot of people's reference points. But if you actually play something or watch something set in these periods, then it's like something you can kind of put yourself into a bit more. Like for me, I find ancient Egypt very alienating, and I was actually really disappointed when they said Assassin's Creed would be in ancient Egypt, but I didn't realize they were talking about ancient Egypt, you know, nearing the birth of Jesus Christ, basically like the turn of the millennium. So it's like you have the ancient Egyptian stuff there and like Egyptian people, but it's also about the Greek colony and like Rome and stuff. So like I find all that like clash of civilizations, and obviously I have the basis of I'm obviously like raised Catholic, and I also studied like some Jewish history in university, so I have that reference point with the game, and then it made me more interested in this stuff as well. So I'd say reference point where you can visualize stuff is always helpful. But obviously it just depends on your interest, really. Like what periods of history do you want to learn about? What do you find interesting? You know, I find American history very fascinating. I really want to learn more about the Viking travels to America and stuff. So I mean, more like resources. I mean, I shared something on Twitter about. It depends. There's a really good resource which is transcripts of the communists chatting to each other. Let me try and get it up. So basically, you can read conversations between like Mao and like President Nehru of India and stuff. I'm a communist. Trying to find this quick. I was using it for my Taiwan video to research. It's like, I think it's a US government archive. Okay, maybe typing Kavernacle communist isn't a, oh, here it is. Alright, so for anyone who has any kind of interest in history, this is a really great resource. So it's the Wilson Digital Archive. And basically what this is it has so many different archives of really, like, so this is, for example, this is a conversation between Mao and Stalin, right? Like, it's literally a transcript of of how they spoke to each other, what they said to each other. And I don't know about you, but I find that really fucking interesting. Like, here's two people who are so, like, vilified by history, and here you can just, you know, record of a conversation between Comrade Stalin and Chairman of the Central People's Government of the People's Republic of China, Mao Zedong, on the 16th of December 1949. And then they just talk about, like, you know, Li Shaoqi, who's Chiang Kai-shek. And, you know, I just find this shit really interesting. You can just type in anything, like, okay, chat, tell me something to type in, and I'll see if I can find it. Tell me anything to type in to do with communism, and it'll give you something interesting. But yeah, like, it's a really interesting archive. I don't think most people know about it. Something I've been learning about recently is Imperial Japan during the 30s and 40s and World War II. Yeah, that's interesting for sure. Japanese imperialism in that period. All right, let's type in Che Guevara then. Let's have a look. Just type in Che. So it goes to start with. So let's have a look. So here we go. From the Journal of S.M. Kudryavtsev, record of a conversation with Che Guevara, president of the National Bank of Cuba. And this is someone talking about their experience meeting Che Guevara. I visited Guevara this evening at his request. He said, for the information purposes, he would like to pass a copy of a personal message of Fidel Castro to Khrushchev on the question of giving Cuba technical assistance in the creation of its own industry. Guevara continued, this message will be sent to Khrushchev by Chomon, our ambassador in Moscow, who should leave for the Soviet Union in a few days. For my part, I thanked Guevara. And then Guevara said, in his opinion, new aggravations in relations between the US and Cuba ought to be expected in the immediate future. Guevara stressed we have to take an invariably assertive position with respect to American imperialism. We need this not only for domestic, but also for foreign policy considerations, Guevara continued. We are absolutely convinced that the US will increase subversive activity against Cuba. The hostile actions of the US will be both through economic channels, as well as the organization of armed provocations with the aid of counter-revolutionary elements. And that was in October 1960, so just after the Cuban Revolution. So, yeah, this stuff is really fucking interesting. And it's like got conversations between Soviet leaders and like Saddam Hussein. It's like, if you're interested in ever learning about these people, these historical figures as like people, getting an insight into their conversations is very interesting, to be honest. So yeah, like, you know, for any of you, I'd 100% recommend this shit, to be honest. The whole Sino-Soviet split is very interesting to me as well. It just doesn't make any sense why two states ruled by communist parties were at odds. I don't know much about it. Yeah, the Sino-Soviet split is interesting. You're right, because it's like, the thing is, just being communist, and this is the mistake of the United States as well with the Vietnam War, just being communist didn't override tensions between countries. For example, like Vietnam and China, obviously China gave Vietnam a lot of assistance for the war and stuff. Vietnamese still don't like it. Vietnamese communism is very nationalistic, and they really don't like China, because the historic enemy of China and the historic enemy of Vietnam, and the conqueror of Vietnam has been China. That's their main enemy. No wonder they went to war with each other in 1979. So just because they're both communists, even though some of them did know each other even before the communist revolutions, then they don't necessarily get on. And the same with the Chinese and the Russians, and also the Chinese philosophy. Mao Zedong's philosophy was more in line with like Trotsky. It's about worldwide revolution. That's what Mao wanted. Where the Soviets didn't want that. After when Stalin got into power, they didn't want they didn't want a global revolution anymore. They were more focused on Russia. So that was always a sticking point between them, because Mao's logic was, well, let's just back every revolutionary force. Let's just wage war on imperialism in the West. And the Soviets are more like, no, we got to kind of relax this a bit. But then, of course, the Chinese, when they became more hostile with the Soviets over things like Taiwan, over things like generally Korea and everything, then they turned, with America, basically, the normalizations of relations with the Americans was basically because the Chinese thought they were going to fight a war with the Soviet Union. And that's how much it broke down. So just being communists, these countries didn't necessarily like each other. There's some sort of solidarity there, but like the Koreans and the Vietnamese didn't like each other. I wrote a big article about this on my Medium. The Vietnamese thought the Koreans kept telling everyone in the communist bloc, yeah, like we share the struggle with the Vietnamese because we're very similar. But the Vietnamese were like, basically, fuck you, because most of the fighting in the Vietnam War at the moment is done by South Vietnamese people, like trying to overthrow their government. Where in Korea, there's no popular revolution against the southern government. It's just you guys being the aggressors and like being hostile. Which they didn't like necessarily were against taking over the Korean peninsula, but they just thought like the North Koreans were just trying to like lump themselves in with the Vietnamese, and they weren't in the same context. And then also the North Koreans eventually also sided with the Soviets as well, because they thought Mao had gone crazy with the Cultural Revolution. So it's a really interesting dynamic, and it's like we turn, and I said the US's problem is they thought once Vietnam turned communist, it would just be a stooge for China. It would literally just be like a Chinese colony. But of course, that never came to pass. And that's the calculation they completely misread, where Vietnam, if they looked at it differently, could have been an Asian Yugoslavia, because the Vietnamese brand of communism was very different to the Chinese brand, because Vietnamese were more Leninist, where China had their whole own brand of communism, Maoism. Maoism basically replaces the proletariat with the peasants. Also has other characteristics as well, and obviously Mao was a guerrilla leader too. So it's a bit different, but yeah, very interesting. I love all this shit. Could talk about it all day. But yeah, there's always been competing communist philosophies and stuff. Gotcha, thank you for the insight. No problem. No problem, V. Okay, on that note, streaming for about an hour 40. I had a lot of fun this stream. Thank you everyone for helping me compose the tweet. That was a lot of fun. I love talking about this side hustle shit. So my video tomorrow will just be about things conservatives don't understand, like Squid Game. And Friday's video, I have no fucking idea, but let's see how it goes. Anyway, thanks for the participation in the chat. Thanks for helping me craft the perfect entrepreneur tweet. Thank you for showing me these Reddit threads about my video, which is fun as well. And yeah, just look at, I've been feeling quite shit today, so it's been nice to talk to everyone. Hopefully you will all tune in for tomorrow's video and another stream on Thursday. And that's probably about it. Katie, thanks so much for $10. I appreciate it so much. Thanks for the support. Katie, like I always say, Katie's my sugar daddy. Katie's funding my like coffee habits or something. Have I considered streaming on Twitch? Maybe I'll cross stream one day. But we'll see. I'm really bad at tech. But anyway, thanks so much for the stream, guys. Had a lot of fun. If you missed any of this, it'll be archived on the Kavernacle Extra, my second channel, so go subscribe to that. And yeah, see you guys all in the next video and Thursday for another stream. And yeah, thanks everyone who gave me the super chats and just all the nice comments. So